Grand Rising, heathens. Grand Rising. This morning. That's where we at this morning. Start the video right here. Just left from out of Highland Gardens over here. Was up in there lurking around. See what I see before I start this video this morning on this good Sunday. Hey, I got a couple nice videos I'm about to play so y'all can hear the hypocrisy of Joe Biden. He been a motherfucking liar. Y'all ever hear them elders come up on the platforms and say Joe Biden's a fucking liar? How many of y'all ever heard that? They say Joe Biden's a fucking liar. And I'm talking about elderly African-American people. I hear a lot of ladies used to say that shit. Joe Biden's a fucking liar. I'm thinking about his policies, but they wasn't even talking about that. They was talking about this old hypocrite. This motherfucker been senile ever since he came into office, y'all, as a Democrat to that party. He's been a fucking hypocrite, y'all. Now here it is, he's stealing someone else's speech. I believe back in the 80s. Stealing someone else's speech. Plagiarizing someone else's speech, man. This motherfucker's a liar, y'all. And y'all still gonna go out there in numbers and vote for this hypocrite ass motherfucker. Y'all still gonna go out there and vote for this racist. Joe Biden is the racist politician there ever been. And he was right from down Delaware, right down the street there, y'all. The most racist politician there ever been in history is fucking Joe Biden. And you house niggas. You Van Jones ass niggas. Fuck y'all niggas, man. Y'all motherfucking house niggas. That's what the fuck y'all niggas are. Van Jones, the Clyburns, the Al Sharptons, the Reverend Jesse Jacksons. All of y'all are household niggas. Y'all time is up, and it's time for a change, goddammit. And the change gonna start by getting rid of you old house niggas. Ousting you niggas. Now let's listen to this speech of Joe Biden back in the 80s, stealing someone else's speech, taking credit for it, and not only that, he lied about his fucking degrees, y'all. Joe Biden don't got no fucking degree. All them degrees Joe Biden said he had, he lied, y'all. It was a bold-faced lie. And I got the facts and the proof to back up what I'm saying. You motherfucker. You fucking racist. You undercover racist. That's supported by a bunch of house niggas. Like I've been said. Getting crumbs off the plate. And then their plan is the American people voted for him to be the president, electee, so they trying to oust Joe Biden and replace Joe Biden with who they want to replace. The people didn't vote for the person that's going to replace Joe Biden. They putting people in place, y'all. Pay attention, y'all. This is all designed this way, y'all. They all knew that motherfucker was incapable of going up there giving a speech. They knew that. They knew that. They plan on that now, y'all, so they can put the person they want to run without nobody even voting on the person who they gonna select. What's that showing y'all? Y'all taking the American rights. Slowly but surely, y'all got to pay attention. Y'all got to pay attention, y'all. This is all designed this way, y'all. Why you think they sent Joe Biden out there like that? I told y'all what they trying to do. They trying to pass the torch to Kamala Harris and have a female running the country. And it's not impossible. It's not impossible. Their agenda, y'all, I'm telling you, they got an agenda that the people is paying attention to. And it's backfiring, y'all. That shit backfiring.
Life moves fast, but each new day brings promise and potential. You've worked hard for what you have, but even the strongest of it...
Listen to this hypocrite. Video resurfaced of this liar. Joe Biden is a fucking liar. And everybody know it.
Democratic presidential candidate Joseph Biden today faces a controversy. 3 weeks ago at a debate at the Iowa State Fair, he used phrases identical to those delivered by British Labour Party leader Neil Kinnock.
Biden seemed to be claiming Kinnock's vision and life as his own.
Why is it that my wife is sitting out there in the audience is the first in her family to ever go to college?
Why is Gladys the first woman in her family in 1,000 generations to be able to get to university?
My ancestors who worked in the coal mines in northeast Pennsylvania and who come up after 12 hours and play football.
8 hours underground and then come up and play football.
It's because they didn't have a platform upon which to stand.
There was no platform upon which they could stand.
The notion that every thought or notion or idea you'd have to go back and find and attribute to someone, I think is, quite frankly, ludicrous.
The problem here is that Senator Biden told his audience he'd just been thinking about these things, and he failed to give any credit at all to his famous British speechwriter.
You know, I was thinking on the way over here.
British.
Now, that's a little too much, because, as you point out, what's behind the words? What's there? And a lot of people, the rap on Biden has always been that it's just a surface.
I should have said, to paraphrase Neil Kinnock.
Neil Kinnock.
It's the only time I didn't, in all the times I've ever used it.
But CBS News found a tape of a second instance.
It reappeared in the New York Times with a new charge, that Biden had appropriated a famous litany from the late Robert Kennedy about what the gross national product cannot measure.
It cannot measure the health of our children,
The health of our children,
the quality of our education,
the quality of their education,
the joy of their play,
or the joy of their play.
Biden gave Kennedy no credit. He's also quoted or paraphrased John Kennedy, Hubert Humphrey, and British Labour Party leader Neil Kinnock, all without credit.
Joseph Biden admitted today that he committed plagiarism when he was in law school. He said it was a mistake, but that it was unintentional.
He quoted 5 pages of someone else's work without proper citation.
I've done some dumb things, and I'll do dumb things again.
We already know you're going to do dumb
Ladies and
things.
gentlemen, I've been dumb.
To the political community in Washington, it all seems of a piece. Plagiarism at law school, plagiarism on the stump.
The great communicator. Strike that. The great imitator.
You don't steal verbatim, or when you do, as he did 99% of the time, you give credit.
Biden's critics say he sells himself as a man whose words and visions can inspire a new generation in politics. But if the thoughts, phrases, and visions really belong to others, it's a form of false advertising.
Is it a wise idea, though, to take something that personal, anyway, from another politician and try and appropriate it to your own campaign?
I think it was a stupid thing to appropriate material that was really very personal, that was someone else's.
Most people didn't know who he was, Joe Biden, and now they're going to say, oh yeah, he's the guy who plagiarized.
That's a lot of plagiarized like a mother.
Politically, that's devastating. These clips are devastating. He looks like a Joe Biden wind-up doll with somebody else's words coming out.
If they're going to do things that are stupid as well as immoral, then they're probably too dumb to have the job of president.
The voters are going to have to decide whether he was dishonest or dumb.
Senator Joseph Biden may have more explaining to do.
The new questions stem from taped remarks of Biden during an April campaign appearance in New Hampshire.
I went to law school on a full academic scholarship, the only one in my class to have a full academic scholarship. Went back to law school and, in fact, ended up in the top half of my class. I was the outstanding student in the political science department at the end of my year. I graduated with 3 degrees from undergraduate school and 165 credits, only needed 123 credits.
Biden now concedes he did not graduate in the top half of his law school class, that he does not have 3 degrees from college, and that he was not named outstanding political science student in college.
Newsweek says Biden actually went to school on a half scholarship, ended up near the bottom of his class, and won only 1 degree, not 3.
Joe Biden ranked 76th in a class of 85 at the University of Syracuse Law School. I mean, this guy comes off this whole thing as a flyweight.
Now Biden says Newsweek is right.
Fraud,
his
man.
memory had failed him.
And I'd be delighted to sit down and compare my IQ to yours if you'd like, Frank.
Joe Biden was victimized by the truth.
Bye Biden. He may not know it yet, but I think this is going to be very difficult for him to recover it.
Is Joe Biden dead meat, yes or no?
Joe?
I think so.
Bob?
It's in terminal condition.
Terminal. Eleanor?
Yes, unless he comes in third in Iowa.
Morton?
Dying.
I say dead. We'll be right back.
What I tell y'all, I just wanted to play that video. I got another video I'm going to play for y'all too.
What are the big differences?
I got another video, but it's not that one. But I just wanted to play that video to show y'all the hypocrisy, right? To show y'all the hypocrisy of that motherfucker since he's been in motherfucking office, y'all. Ever since he been a senator, he came in the game line like a motherfucker, y'all. He came in the game line like a motherfucker. That's why them elderly people always used to say, Joe Biden is a liar. See, they knew this shit. They knew this shit, y'all. Back in 82 and 83, we was fucking youngsters. Half of us was. That's out here now gathering this intel. These facts. We didn't know nothing about this shit back in 81, 82. That this man was a fucking liar. And not only that, it's the proof out there now that Joe Biden is the biggest racist politician there ever been. That's why these old ass house niggas, like the Van Jones and Clyde Burns and all them, be crying. Because they think, like Joe Biden said, we gonna put y'all back in chains. His legendary speech, they gonna put y'all back in chains. See? Everything that comes out his mouth is a racist slur. And this man is known to be a racist, but y'all don't want to admit it. But y'all trying to flip the narrative on Donald Trump and say Trump that he's everything that Joe Biden is. Racist like a motherfucker, and that's a lie. That's a hypocrite. Y'all heathens. Y'all taking crumbs off the plate because y'all don't want y'all slave master Joe Biden to lose the election because y'all have a plan. See? Y'all have a plan. All you old house niggas, Divine Nine house niggas, Freemason house niggas, Mason house niggas, Elk house niggas, Eastern Star house niggas. It's known for y'all to be sellouts of your own kind. And the proof is there. History shows it. God damn it. So I wanted to play that speech of this lying-ass bastard. Joe Biden is known to be a fucking hypocrite and a liar. With the help of most you house niggas. You see what I'm saying? With the help of most you house niggas, man. So I just wanted to play that speech. Like I said, we gonna make you motherfuckers eat crow feet from here on out. We're gonna expose the lies and the hypocrisy of you niggas defending bullshit. Alright? That's what we gonna do. We gonna play these videos. We gonna let them rock. And yeah, the whole 9 yards. And we got another video of Donald Trump before he even became president and predicted that he was going to run into a motherfucker like Joe Biden. You see what I'm saying? Let's get into that. Let's get to that.
Do you want
God
your phone to be like this? Download
Let's
this
get
app
to
for
that.
free, and you won't need a teacher.
Donald Trump is arguably one of the most controversial people in modern day society. Now, why he's so controversial is up for debate. However, the one thing that people can't disagree about today when it comes to him is that people either love him or hate him. There are not many who are in between. But the crazy thing is, before he ran for president, he wasn't even as close to as polarizing as he is today. And the craziest part is he's been saying the same exact things for years. Don't believe me? Well, let's just get right into it.
Roll
now,
six.
it's no secret that politics today are starting to become more about power, corruption, and manipulation.
Great corruption, man.
Rather than actual competence for the job at hand. In my opinion, we see this no clearer than with our current president right now. However, the reality of politics today becomes even more shocking when you hear what young Donald Trump said in an early 1980s interview.
Young Donald Trump.
Would you like to be the president of the United States?
I really don't believe I would run, but I would like to see somebody as the president who could do the job, and there are very capable people in this country.
Most people who are capable are not running for office. Most men are frightened of politics today.
It is a shame, isn't it?
Yes.
It is a shame. The most capable people are not necessarily running for political office, and that is a very sad commentary on the country. They had major corporations and they had this and that, but they are not running for political office.
Now, what he said is still, in my opinion, completely accurate in the political climate today. We have seen over and over and over that people would rather be politically correct than actually get the job done right. Again, I think Biden is the perfect example of this. Joe Biden barely knows his own name at this point, but people would still rather vote for him because of what Trump said on Twitter. People would rather look politically correct in the public eye and just watch their country deteriorate, which blows my mind. Nevertheless, Trump had more to say in this interview. Roll it.
Why wouldn't you dedicate yourself to public service?
Because I think it's a very mean life. I would love and I would dedicate my life to this country, but I see it as being a mean life. And I also see it that somebody with strong views and somebody with the kind of views that are maybe a little bit unpopular, which may be right, but maybe unpopular, wouldn't necessarily have a chance of getting elected against somebody with no great brain but a big smile. And that's a sad commentary for the political process.
What do you guys think about this? I think the accuracy of his statements are so spot on that it's actually scary. In quotes, he said, somebody with strong views and somebody with the kind of views that are maybe a little bit unpopular, which may be right, but may be unpopular, wouldn't necessarily have a chance of getting elected against somebody with no great brain, but a big smile. Donald Trump seriously predicted the future in this interview. But, surprisingly, this is not the only time. In an interview on the Oprah Winfrey Show in 1988, young Donald Trump sat down as a guest. Now, mind you, this is before Trump expressed any desire to become president. Every time he was asked, he would flat out say no. However, in this interview, he said something that rings true today. Roll it.
To me, and I know people have talked to you about whether or not you want to run. Would you ever?
Probably not, but I do get tired of seeing the country ripped off.
Why would you not?
I just don't think I really have the inclination to do it. I love what I'm doing. I really like it.
Also, it doesn't pay as well.
But, you know, I just probably wouldn't do it. I probably wouldn't, but I do get tired of seeing what's happening with this country. And if it got so bad, I would never want to rule it out totally, because I really am tired of seeing what's happening with this country.
Now, he stated for the first time...
Now, why ain't Oprah Winfrey was calling him racist now? Why ain't she calling him racist back then?
Rule it out completely.
Oh, house nigga.
Because he could only watch the U.S. deteriorate so much. But then, Oprah asked him another question that just as accurately predicts the future almost to a T. And also, while you're watching this, keep in mind of what Trump is saying, because if you compare it to what he's saying today, there is almost no differences. The only difference is maybe he's a bit more brash in modern times. Nevertheless, roll the clip.
You've said, though, that if you did run for president, you believe you'd win.
Well, I don't know. I think I'd win. I tell you what, I wouldn't go in to lose. I've never gone in to lose in my life. And if I did decide to do it, I think I'd be inclined. I would say that I would have a hell of a chance of winning, because I think people, I don't know how your audience feels, but I think people are tired of seeing the United States ripped off. And I can't promise you everything, but I can tell you one thing. This country would make one hell of a lot of money from those people that for 25 years have taken advantage. It wouldn't be the way it's been.
If these videos don't give you more respect for him, I don't know what will. He has had relatively the same viewpoint his whole entire life, and still lives true to it. It's a shame the mainstream media likes to trash him when they didn't say anything before he ran for president. And it really shows their integrity, because he's been saying the same thing all along. So that is all we have for today. Thank you all so much for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Yeah, share the video out, y'all. Y'all know that. Y'all know y'all can share the videos out. But right there was another video showing y'all the hypocrisy of these old house niggas, right? How Oprah Winfrey interviewing a man in the 80s, but then turn around with a smear campaign calling him racist. His views back then are the same views now. If y'all pay attention and analyze the video, y'all. Listen to what he said back then to what he's saying now. It all sounds the same. So all of a sudden, he's a racist. How? And you house niggas was interviewing him. Having him on y'all platform. Going to his establishments in Atlantic City. Giving y'all money to the gambling machines. Giving y'all money to the fights. That's the shit I was talking about. And Oprah Winfrey was a #1 Donald Trump fan. Now all of a sudden, it's a smear campaign that he's racist. Come on, man. Pay attention, y'all. I need y'all to be focused, and I need y'all to use your own brain. Don't let them implant a brain in your mind and have y'all calling this man racist. And this man never said the N-word, never said y'all was predators, never said put y'all back in chains, never said if you ain't black, you ain't voting for me. Never said none of those things. But yet if you listen to these old house niggas, he's racist. He's not racist. Y'all slave master, Joe Biden, is the racist political opponent there ever been in history. If y'all study the history. Y'all keep talking about history, but y'all don't want to study y'all history. Y'all pick and choose the parts of history that y'all want to study. And that's illegal. Here it is, y'all. June the 30th, 2024, 6:55 a.m. But y'all are political incorrect, calling that man racist when y'all working for the grand wizard of the KKK, which is Joe Biden and Hillary Clinton. I told y'all, the Democratic Party was founded by the KKK, y'all. God damn it. The woman and the men. I showed y'all videos of the woman at the Margaret Sanger rally, at the KKK Margaret Sanger rally. Now how you knew they was all women, females under them hoods? Because we analyzed the shoes. We looked at the shoes, y'all. Men don't wear female shoes. They was all female shoes at Margaret Sanger KKK rally. And that's a fact. And I showed y'all in some videos. There's pictures of it. It's out there. Only thing you gotta do is Google. If you ain't see it, Google Margaret Sanger KKK speech. And look at the shoes. They was all females. But what I'm saying, I said that to say this. Where are those females at now, y'all? Them same females, like them same dudes was under the hoods, right? Where the females at? You see what I'm saying? Where they at? God damn it, what they just dropped off the earth? Huh? What they just dropped off the earth and disappeared? Nah, they your congresswomen, your senators and judges and DAs, and yeah, that's where they at. They just didn't disappear. They undercover with the shit. You see what I'm saying? Because the time of exposing motherfuckers is here, so now they want to be undercover. But we know who they are because we pulling the veil back, slowly but surely, and we exposing these niggas. These old house niggas, and we're exposing the grand wizards of the KKK and the grand queens of the KKK. See, they got them house niggas out there starting mass confusion on the peoples. Mass confusion. And then when you come and you woke and you come to try to enlighten your peoples, they tell the crowd, oh, he don't know what he talking about. Yeah, I know what I'm talking about because I study history. And see, that's what they don't want y'all to do. They don't want y'all to study history. They want to take history from y'all. So y'all don't have no knowledge of these hypocrites. And that's just what they are. Hypocrites. You see what I'm saying? Smiling, beguiling your face. They fucking hypocrites. Racist. Racist KKK members that they using these niggas for the front. You see what I'm saying? They propping these niggas out on the front, but now it done got even wickeder because they tying the LGBTQ in with these old house niggas. I told y'all that. I told y'all that. They tying the LGBTQ in with you old house niggas. So the countries in the world look at America and see a bunch of black folks and weirdos and queers partying and bullshitting in Babylon. They like, damn, what the fuck? That's why we don't have no respect as a nation, as a people. No respect. No respect. Other countries look at us and laugh. You know why? Because of these old house niggas selling y'all out. That's why. Because of these old house niggas selling y'all out. They've been doing it since slavery. I told y'all that. The history proves it and shows it. History shows and proves that these niggas been selling y'all out. These house niggas been selling y'all out from day one. That's a fact. That look like Ida up in that junk this morning. But yeah, y'all, they known for that shit. That's why I'm playing this video this morning. To expose that. You know what I'm saying? To expose that to the peoples. That they known for that shit. Look at Van Jones. Motherfucker was crying. Motherfucker was crying crocodile tears. But we don't give a damn. We don't give a damn who y'all prounce in front of us. Like I've been said, we not going for it. God damn it. They tried the Robert De Niro's. They tried every trick in the devil's book. To get y'all to go against the Most High word. With these old house niggas. That's a fact. But moving right along, we got another video. Listening to the Nelly Fuller on the LGBTQ.
Everyone can see President Biden's inflation problem, but Biden's denying reality.
And the prices continue to go down.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. You gotta be a blonde, non-hearing.
Denying reality.
And the prices continue to go down.
Listen to him.
Prices aren't down. Why won't Biden admit how bad things are? Is it dishonesty or dementia? Utility bills are going up. We're paying some of the highest grocery costs in the U.S. And while Biden's bragging about his so-called economic achievements, more and more Pennsylvania families are struggling. Tell President Biden to admit inflation's bad and stop making it worse.
Facts. Facts.
Listen.
What's wrong with variety? What's wrong with diversity? Diverting from one thing to another. Well, maybe nothing, but let's examine it. Examine it for what? To see if it is an improvement over what you already had. And if so, justified.
Let's get into it.
By showing, by example, where's the improvement? Which one of these, see, when you start talking about homosexuality or lesbianism, these are not just abstract words. These are talking about you have to do certain things to qualify. So what are these things that you do? And which one of them is an improvement over what has been done? That's just like a person might come around and say, well, hey, you know, I used to kind of be attracted to people, you know. I've had several wives and all like that. Even had a little incest, I mean, every now and then, I mean, you know. And, but I finally came to the conclusion that people ain't where it's at at all. I'm in the bear. You know, you say, what do you mean you're in the bear? I'm into bear. I go out in the woods and I chase me down a bear. The bear ain't chasing me no more. I'm chasing them. I have found that that's a wonderful alternative. I mean, after all, man, I mean, let's face it. Look at these marriages and divorces and whatnot. I don't have no trouble with the bears. I mean, I used to didn't think of anything about bears except just going to the ball game, you know. But I found out that, man, if you really snuggle up to a bear, you'll never want to go back doing nothing else. Now, where'd you get that idea? Well, it just came to me one night. Tired of these women. In fact, people was telling me, well, if you don't like women, get you a man. Well, I'm tired of them too. So I'm in the bear. See, now you might laugh, but it's going to come to that. If it ain't already. Because there are some people into that. Yeah, they call it, what do you call it? Bestiality? Yes, sir. Yeah, see, I mean, that might be a wholesale thing. In about another 10 years, they say, well, hey, well, you know, this gay and lesbian thing about play it out, man, ain't where it's at. You know. Man, everybody's trying to preserve the bears now. You know, I'm trying to get me a panda. You know? Now, what is the point that I'm making? It's lots of things that the mind can do. The mind is extremely inventive and extremely flexible. But the basic question is this type of activity an improvement? And if so, why? Otherwise, why are you coming around asking black people who don't even have a roof over their head that this is what they should be pushing now?
Right.
They don't even have a decent school.
Right.
Or a decent job.
And they want y'all to push forward.
But now you want them to join the gay rights movement. And that should be their priority. We should drop everything else and make that a priority. I don't see the justification at all. They have some white people who came around years ago and started calling it the rainbow. You know, kind of, you might excuse the pun, tailgating Jesse Jackson's rainbow push for civil rights. And then they got to saying, well, what is this all about? And when the question was asked, they answered by saying, well, it's another division of civil rights. Yeah. Yeah. It's all the same thing. Discriminating against gays is the same as discriminating against blacks. And a lot of black people say, wait a minute, it may sound like the same thing, but it ain't the same thing.
Right. They got more rights than us.
But they were able to shout all of that down. It is the same thing. Why is it the same thing? Because I said so. White supremacy in action again. Always because I said so. See, but, you know, but that don't, you know, it sounds like it could be right, but it's something that still don't add up. It ain't the same thing. It is the same thing. Trust me. No different. Discrimination is discrimination, which is another word that people should pay attention to. Everybody discriminates every day. You discriminate when you decide to ride the bicycle to work rather than catch the bus. And does that say that you're discriminating against the bus riders? You know? So that word discrimination, I don't even use it because everybody discriminates. It just means choosing.
Facts.
But what is the key? The key is it a choice that's constructive? When you start talking about black people's plight now, see, that's a different thing altogether. Is it constructive or is it non-constructive? Because it's got to be one or the other. Is it an improvement? Now, we already have a mess with the male-female thing.
Mm-hmm.
But you would have that anyway under any system that's unjust.
Facts.
But now, are you making a bigger mess, or are you straightening out all the mess that ever was?
Right.
I have no reason to believe that this is helping to straighten out anything.
Right.
It's helping to make it worse.
Facts.
Particularly when you start doing it right down to the grade school level. Start saying that this is something that, this is just what you children need. You're 7 years old. And this is what I need? I don't even know what sex is yet. Now you're telling me about alternatives to sex. Well, let's start out so that your mind will get straight. Now, Jane has 2 mommies. Thinking about getting 3.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what benefit is this to Jane?
None.
Well, she learns diversity at an early age. Diverting from what to what in order to do what? Oh, well, we'll know when we get there. Don't ask so many questions. Oh, no. I got a lot of questions. You know, show me how this is a what? Improvement. Which one of these acts? See? Well, you know, being gay. Don't you understand what being gay? It used to mean being happy. I mean, you know, but that ain't what it means, I don't think, when you say it. So you're talking about acts. Show me by demonstration the very act that you're talking about that's going to be an improvement. And then show me, tell me in words how this is a great improvement. Tell me, you know. First do the act with me looking at you. And then after you finish the act, you'll say, now that's act 1 of being gay. You ain't gay unless you do this. See, you know, there's several things you can do to qualify for being gay. So you got to have qualifications. Otherwise, what's the difference between you and everybody else? If you don't do something different. So you got to do something. So whatever that difference is, you do it. Then you get before, you know, come to the blackboard with the pointer and whatnot, and you say, now, number 1, this is an improvement over whatever it is you all are doing out there. It's not just an alternative. And I'm telling you this because you should be on board for supporting act number 1, which I just demonstrated to you. This is what you actually ask people to do. See, in other words, stop just talking in circles and whatnot and talking in innuendo. Get the crowd there to come and take their seats respectfully. And then march down the aisle and come up to the podium and have your bed up there or whatever it is you're supposed to have. And do what it is that you say that everybody should be taking an interest in and supporting. And then as you do it, you can turn around and face the crowd every now and then. Just take a little break. Say, now you saw what we just did. Now this is an improvement over what has been because of. And then enumerate the improvements and ask for questions and answers. Because if I'm in the audience, I'm going to say, now, how is that an improvement? I just saw what you did. From start to finish. I sat here and watched it for 15 minutes until you completed it. Didn't say a word. Now I want you to tell me how that's an improvement over what? I think that what I'll hear is silence.
Crickets. Straight
but crickets. I don't know. See, because they never get that far. They just go around and say, support us. And if you don't support us, oh, you're some kind of demon.
Right.
You're some kind of anti-something.
You ain't part of the go along, get along.
That ain't what you're doing. I mean, like the chief. I don't know about that firewater. You know? How is that going to improve me? How is that going to be an improvement over water? Say, well, didn't you get a little buzz when you... Yeah, I got the little buzz and all like that, but is it an improvement? Say, well, didn't the mountains look like you know, saw 2 of them instead of 1? Wouldn't you like to have an extra mountain? Well, an extra mountain might help, but that's not really what I was looking at. I thought I was. Well, Chief, that's what whiskey does. It makes you drunk. Well, is being drunk an improvement over being sober? Well, if you work at it, see how they talk? And they do the same thing with sex. Now, some people have said they've seen some cartoons of my work on the internet that have been presented, and that it pretty well embellishes what I have been trying to say
for a long time.
My textbooks. And to the extent that it does that, well, that has been, from what I understand, some people reported to me a plus. Because they didn't understand what I had written very well, but when they saw those cartoons that just repeated what I was saying and attaching my name to it, and came right out of the book, the material did, they say that they better understood it. And I can understand that because people are kind of visual, particularly in the year 2021 now, more visual than ever. People are used to looking at things on screen.
Right. And with that being said,
Power off.
Power that on down. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to drop a jewel on the peoples this morning. Bring up some past to refreshing a few of y'all minds that wasn't even born yet. You heard? That wasn't even born yet. You see, with the Donald Trump speech, that was in the 80s. Joe Biden's speech was in the 80s. So they knew what was happening for the future, y'all. They knew what was happening for the future, y'all.
Never pay for Wi-Fi again. InstaBridge is a free app with 20 million Wi-Fi passwords all over the world. With over 2...
No. This morning. In our mission this morning. Three of them out there. I think his wheel fell off the whole goddamn spindle. That's what it looks like. That's what it looked like this morning. But yeah, y'all, Joe Biden is a known liar, just like the rest of them house niggas. We don't give a damn who y'all pronounce in front of us, goddammit. And like I said, y'all, they're gonna try to use this because they knew Joe Biden was incapable of giving up a speech. So they're going to use that to say we got to replace him. And then they're going to pick the person without the American people voting, because y'all already voted that y'all wanted Joe Biden to defend y'all again, to be y'all commander-in-chief. But see, now they got a plan. The plan backfired when they thought Trump was going to get locked up, right? It backfired, y'all. So now they're going to replace him without even getting the American people vote. They're going to put somebody in place. You see what I'm saying? It's a difference. When you vote, basically stealing the American rights, y'all taking our rights slowly but surely. Putting politicians who they want in there. Fuck what the American people said at this point. We don't give a damn what y'all said. We gonna do what we gonna do anyway. You see what I'm saying? And yeah, we got it rigged up to try to steal the election again by letting all these migrants and immigrants in the country. We know what's going on. We know what y'all plan is. You see, for those who's woke. And for those who's stagnating, I believe it or not, y'all, that jab has something to do with that shit, y'all. To confuse your mind. So it's like, they figured this out, y'all. Well, shit. Most of us anyway, not all of us, because, like I said, most of us didn't take the jab. All African Americans, most of them did not take the jab. You see what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen? So it's the percentage that took the jab. Damn, what's going on down here this morning? It's the percentage of them that took the jab. That's going through it right now. You see what I'm saying? Where their mind is a little combobulated to the facts. That we all of us, all the American people is living fucked up. Not all of us, but the poor is. The poor is fucked up at this point. You know what I'm saying? The poor is fucked up, and they're gonna get more poorer if y'all keep allowing these hypocrites to destroy our country. All right? It's people that lost their life defending this motherfucking country. And for them heathens to steal it from the peoples within 3.5 years, that's bullshit. But let's get around here and see what's cracking this morning. You need a hand with that? I'm good. You're welcome. Have a good day, ma'am. Yeah. All right. Shirts.
They had like a plus 15 shows, like they had a record point. Like true to the television at all. Split down the alley. Split to the inside. Finish the bouncer.
Roll your ass back.
Hey, go get your brother something to neighbors. Yeah. He yells something.
Sunday morning. Look like they got lacrosse going on this morning. Tournament. A lacrosse tournament this morning. Hold on, y'all. Just passing through. Know what I'm saying? Just passing through this morning. But yeah, y'all, what time? I ain't even look at the time to see what time it was. But it gotta be like, cause we seen the time up there. It was, what, like 7 o'clock? Something like that. I told y'all, what I tell y'all last week? They keep them kids active down here, y'all. Let me get y'all the exact time. All right? $7:30. 7:30, y'all. $7:30. a.m. Good Sunday morning. I mean, it's good Sunday morning. So we call a little bit of action. It's like, it shows that the people that's bringing their kids down here is in bed by a certain time. They in bed by a certain time, because they up early, y'all. They up early, that joint nice. Man, that motherfucker nice there, y'all. Shit. You can tell those who got money and those who don't. Right? You can tell those who got money and those who don't. You see what I'm saying? And that's a fact, though. Yeah, I just wanted to get out this morning, get my walk in, get my walk on, share some videos about lying-ass Joe Biden, when a lot of our elders used to always say, Joe Biden is a liar. He's a fucking liar. I see exactly what the fuck they was talking about. We just left from down there. So we out recording history, and we sharing history with y'all on this good Sunday. It's the best time to be out is in the morning. I told y'all that. Best time to be out is in the morning. First shift. You know what I mean? Yeah, I wanted to play the video of that hypocrite, Joe Biden, and his cronies of house niggas, slaves, Poppy and them up early, I see. Charlie. Yeah, the essays are up this morning. Essays don't sleep at all. God damn it. Like the motherfuckers at the border, they don't sleep at all. But we out and about. Recording history, playing history for most of y'all. That's still in denial about y'all leader. Crooked, sleepy Joe Biden. Crooked, sleepy Joe Biden. But like I said, y'all, it was a pleasure this morning. Each one teach one over here to enlighten the peoples. That's what we here for. To enlighten the peoples. To bring the facts to the peoples. To bring history to peoples. For those who's trying to take our history from us. You see what I'm saying? For those who's trying to take our history from us. We will not allow it. Not on our watch. You heard? Not on our watch, y'all. That's a fact, though. Alright? So with that being said, it was a pleasure this morning. Most definitely was a pleasure. Until the next time, y'all. Believe in truth. Stand on your square. And don't let nobody bamboozle you or hoodwink you with lies. Alright? Peace.